We're the diving group from the Dutch Navy, and we're currently on our way to look at some pipelines on the bottom of the sea. We're looking for to see if any damage is done to the pipes.
Damaging these infrastructures can cripple a society. So I think it's essential to prevent that.
We're talking about gas pipelines. We're talking about over 1 million kilometers of cables. Every day, over $10 trillion of financial transactions are carried by these cables. Over 95% of all international internet traffic is carried by those cables. So in many ways you could say that they represent the backbone of our modern societies.
We have seen damage to a cable connecting Lithuania and Sweden, another connecting Germany and Finland, and most recently a number of cables linking Estonia and Finland. Finland has demonstrated that firm action within the law is possible. Ship captains must understand that potential threats to our infrastructure will have consequences, including possible boarding, impounding and arrest.
In terms of the recent incidents, there are investigations being undertaken, but more generally, we know of several adversaries, including the Russians, that have disruption of critical infrastructure as an integrated part of their hybrid toolbox, if you wish. A set of instruments with the purpose of destabilizing our societies.
At this moment we're on the Netherlands mine under Schiedam. We're part of the NATO Mine Countermeasures Group 1 and we're sailing in the Baltic, part of the Operation Baltic Sentry. Ships that pass by, we look at if they have any anomalies. We note that and we start asking them a few questions. We can map and look at the underwater infrastructure with our systems. We can map them by sonar and we can identify any damages or anomalies by ROVs and or divers. Apart from the Mine Countermeasures Group, the standing NATO Maritime Group is also in the region. We are supported by maritime patrol aircraft, satellites, so that means ships, drones, aircraft, satellites. It's a big operation.
We've established a cell here at headquarters to coordinate efforts, and we have established a network amongst NATO and allies and the private sector to share information. We've also used this opportunity to introduce a number of new technologies to further enhance our situational awareness.
So right now we're going to head out in one of our reefs and I'm going to show you the sensors and the vehicles that we use for the protection of the critical undersea infrastructure. Okay, thank you. We can have sensors that are carried by the autonomous underwater vehicles, so they are moving. We can also have static sensors, like the ones that are located here underneath this buoy. Critical undersea infrastructure protection operations are very complex. There are multiple sources of data that are collected at one time. The operators have to analyze that data and take decisions on what to do and how to do it. With the tool that we are developing here at CMRE, we first collect data, then we process it, we fuse it, and we recreate in a virtual reality environment on which the military operations can explore it. But it's very realistic. So they have an understanding of what is going on underwater and they can take better decisions on what to do, how to do it, how to approach a target, for instance.
Let's Let's imagine that these coffee beans are vessels. There are more than 100,000 vessels that every day they sail all around the world. Keeping track of them all for a human operator is nearly impossible. Each of these vessels at the same time might be a threat to our undersea infrastructure. And thanks to our AI technology, we are able today to keep track of them all and also promptly alert the operators of possible erratic activities being performed at sea.
The acts of sabotage that we've seen lately are perpetrated by civilian ships and cargo ships. And mainsail is able to raise suspicion on particular trajectories of ships to pick up anomalies in the maritime domain. This has been actually turned into a toolkit that is very user-friendly for operators in the Maritime Command of NATO in order to identify suspicious activities close to critical undersea infrastructures.
Critical infrastructure, as the name suggests, is absolutely critical for our societies. We need to stay ahead of the game. We need to invest ourselves. We are working with a multitude of different assets, from seabed to space. Keeping a technological edge is just paramount for our security in all domains. What has happened in the Baltic Sea represents a threat to their critical infrastructure, and therefore it's only natural that NATO responds timely and that NATO responds robustly.